So, first things first, happy Friday. Today we're gonna be tying one of my latest flies that I've been tying. It's a lot of fun, and I'm gonna quickly go over the materials, and then we're just gonna jump right into this guy because it's a nice little fly, and I believe it works really well. So, what we're gonna be using today is one of these big Kona game hooks right here. If the camera wants to focus, you're gonna use one of those guys, and then you're going to pick up some articulated shanks. I don't know if all articulated shanks are created equally. I got these guys from Bass Pro just because I had a gift card. These are Fish Skull Next Generation articulated shanks. They look like that. And then I will say my next spiel after I show this one off in 3. Nope, camera doesn't want to focus. Thanks, camera. What you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna get 3 different sizes. So you have this guy, the smallest one, which is going to be for the tail. Then you have the next size up, which is going to be like for the mid body, and then the main section, or for the main body, is gonna be this 20mm shank right here. But really easy fly to tie, really fun, and I think it's worth it, and I think it swims really well, so it's really cool. First, you're going to take this little dude. You're gonna take this little guy. That's not gonna focus in at all. I'll show you in a different way. Tiny little shank tail end right here, and you are going to get that into your vise. Everything's dusty because I've been working on some other projects in the garage. Then you're gonna take your thread, which in this case, I always use, what is this? 210 denier. Works really well for me. Works for all the flies I've ever tied. Then you're just gonna wrap that around here like such, like you would any fly. Gonna tie that in. And then what I like to do is just take some schlappen, however you say it, just that guy right there. I fish a lot of stained water, so I like colors that are gonna kind of pop in the water. Maybe might be a little easier for the fish to see. Get that off my hand. Okay, there we go. Wrap this in. Finish this guy. Just like such. There. You have your little tail section. So you have your little tail section right there. Then you're gonna set that to the side. And then for this one, I think what I'm gonna do is just use one of each. So I'm going to use a 10mm, and I'm also gonna use a 20mm. So I'm going to take the 10mm right here, take this guy out, the 10mm one, and then I always get confused here, can't lie, with how they're supposed to go. These shanks are so tiny. Have our tail put on there, so we're ready to rock and roll for the next step. So for the next step, you're just going to continue to just kind of build this fly. So you just put this guy on your vise, like such, and then you continue to just tie. Tie this guy in. Take our material. I like to use this MFC, I don't even know what this is, MFC Sparkle Minnow Body Brush. This guy right here, literally at every single Bass Pro you will ever go to, I'm pretty sure. So not hard to find. Don't think it's that expensive. Where are we at right here? No idea. Don't think it's too expensive though. I think it's pretty affordable. And then from here, you basically just tie like you would normally tie on anything else, or tie in anything else. Pretty easy. We do not need as much as I have out right here. Our second little section right there. Maybe you can see that to block my face. We have our second little section. So to the left, obviously the yellow part is the tail, and then to the right, that's our second section. And then you just keep building up. So then we are going to use our, that was 10mm. Then we're gonna use our 20mm shank. So this is going to be the, I guess what you could say is the main body. So for the main body, you're gonna use a little bit longer of a shank. That guy right them there. And then you're gonna do the same thing that we did before, which I don't know which way it is correctly supposed to go, but you just attach the two shanks like you're left with something like that. So now what we're gonna do is just gonna take our the same material and we're just gonna wrap that in, tie that in again. I'll show you guys. And then as you can tell, we're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So as you can tell, we got our third section there. So you have your tail, your butt section, and then your kind of your mid section right here. Now for the next trick, or the next part, what I like to do is you can go to Walmart and actually pick up some of these guys right here. They're Eagle Claw heavy wires, or wires in general. Doesn't matter which one you get, I don't think. These are heavy duty. I'm pretty sure they are 20 pounds. It's a little heavy on the, or a little on the heavy side, but yeah. Little on the heavy side. I also have these, which I think these are 10 or 15 pounds. But what I like to do to connect the hook to the actual body is a simple trick. I know a lot of companies will make like specialized wire for this. Just do this little trick, it might save you some money. And then you just take your wire cutters and you cut how much you think you'll need. So I think I'll probably need about like an inch. So go like that. It's a very big inch. And then you put your hook in like you normally would with any other fly. Put that guy in, take your wire, and you just tie your wire in. And then that first wrap, you can be a little gentle. So a little gentle. And then when you start that second wrap, don't pull too firmly down, because obviously you might break the line. But just pull pretty firmly. Put a little bit of pressure on there. Wrap that guy down. Now I'm gonna go back up. And then I'm gonna go back down, 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 down. Leave that there. We're gonna take our little body here, and then we are going to, I got Chanel in my mouth. Then we're just gonna take our wire, and then we are going to go like that. Move it up so it's not, so you don't want it too snug, but you want it just snug enough to where it can't easily just get around on you like that. Put a little bit of pressure on there. And you can start working your way to the back. And if you wanted to, you could use some of this Solaris, so it's a UV resin. You can put that on there. I haven't done it yet. I've also haven't really found it to be necessary. You could also use super glue, let it dry for a little bit, come back and then finish the fly. Haven't noticed to be a thing yet. Now, if you're throwing this for like, you know, musky or something, then sure, but I'm not, so I'm not doing that. Then we just want to cut that wire, and there you go. And then we're basically just going to take the same material that we've been using for the body and finish our fly. Pretty easy fly here. Very easy fly in my opinion. If I think it's easy, it's probably very easy. Let's just be honest. And yeah, so let's do this real quick. And I almost forgot, I did add a deer hair head on here, which if you don't know how to tie that, I'll link a video. And there you go. So I think this fly on a appearance level, tied by me, probably gets a 5.5 out of 10. I don't think it's the prettiest looking fly. However, it is a easy fly to tie. The shanks obviously give this fly a lot of movement in the water. That yellowtail in murky water, extremely easy to see, and it's a lot of fun to cast around anything if you're in murky water. But yeah, there you go. So I hope you guys like this video. I like how this fly turned out. Doesn't look the best if you ask me. However, I think it will catch some fish. But yes, Hope you guys like this video, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to go back inside where it's nice and cold. It's like 90 degrees in this garage right now. Don't know if you noticed, but during this entire video, I've been sweating my ass off. So I'm going to head back inside. I suggest you guys do the same if you live in Florida. But other than that, I hope you guys liked the video. Comment, subscribe, and as always, that was nice. Say yes to fishing. See you guys on the next one.